Got some nice little New Balance shoes here. Paid £12 for these, sold them for £35. Welcome back to the series. This is where I'm trying to buy a bunch of stuff from boot sales and Vinted and different places and sell it and then build my way up to a nice holiday. So we're back to the normal type of video this week, guys. Last week, if you didn't see it, go and check it out. I basically filmed a day in my life of being an eBay reseller part-time. I pretty much had like 6 sales over the weekend and I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna film myself packing these all up so you guys can actually see exactly how I go through this. And if you guys want to try and do it yourself, make sure to check out that video. It's a good video. And I'm not just saying that because I made it. So last update video, I think I was on about £400 in the account. And if you want to know what I'm on after a couple more weeks, stick around to the end and I will tell you. So I just want to say before I get started on this video that I've been very busy with work. And along with that, the weather has been awful. So quite a few boot sales have been cancelled. I haven't really had a chance to get out and go to boot sales and buy anything interesting. So this video is going to be mainly shoes. But I do have the odd little bit that I will show you. So it's a little bit sad, but I'm going to try and get to a boot sale this weekend for you. And hopefully I'll have some good finds for next week. I'd like to say as well that at the start of this month, I pretty much had a sale every day. It was crazy. Until about the 15th of September, for about 15 days in a row, I sold an item every day. And then since then, I've had 1 or 2, but not many. And I wonder if that's because people hit payday, they spend all their money, it gets about halfway to the latest stage of the month, and then people have no money left. So my sales sort of dip. So one thing I have noticed is start of the month, sales will be great, and then end of the month, it'll obviously die down a little bit, which makes sense. But anyway, I'm gonna go through and just show you what I've sold, and then I'll show you some of the stuff on my eBay, and that'll be today's video. So first thing I wanna show you guys is Monopoly. This is actually part of like a bundle buy I got at a boot sale a few weeks ago. So if you didn't see last week's video, you'll see that I sold a Risk board game, which is dated in the 80s, around the same time as this one, for about £12.99. I paid £1 for that, and £1 for this, from the same store. So £2 in all. I've already made £12, so I've already made a tenner. And I'm trying to sell this one for another £10. So that'd be about a £20 profit. Damn, I've just realized this has been upside down the whole time. So the Risk was in great condition. It was all packaged up and the board was nice. I checked that and I thought, great, I can probably sell this for more than £1. The same woman had this copy and I thought, okay, well, it's probably in the same condition. I didn't check it. Big mistake. Always check the items thoroughly. It's not like it's in awful condition. There is a big crease right down the board and like a bit of a stain there that you could probably clean off. You do have all the different pieces here. Obviously the Risk sold quite quickly. This has been on here for a few weeks now. I started it at 12 as well, but I've lowered it down to 10 because I'll be happy just to basically make 20 quid from £2. But at the moment, this really owes me nothing because I've already sold the Risk. Hey guys, just to stop the video here, I just want to say that my new goal is to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So that gives me 3 months to basically get 100 subscribers every month. So what I thought I'd do for you guys is basically give away some shoes. So if I hit 1,000 subscribers by December, I will give away one of my vintage snipes that is, I would value at around £50, pretty much brand new. So all you'd have to do is subscribe right now, stick around for that video, and when it comes out, I'll get you guys just to leave a comment below about your size and the preferred brand that you want. And then when it goes through, I'll randomly generate a winner, and then I'll send you a mystery surprise shoe of a brand of your choice. So make sure to subscribe, and if we hit 1,000, we will get that competition underway. All right, next up, this is my only other item that isn't shoes, and then I'll get into the shoe situation. I did mention in my video last week as well are these little James Bond die-cast vehicle things. Now these I think came from like the 2010 magazine where they release a magazine in the car every month. But I've got a box down there with like loads of them. This basically came from a friend who didn't want them anymore and he said, hey, can you sell these on eBay? I was like, sure. And then they were like, we'll split the profit, whatever you make, we'll take half and half. So really these cost me nothing, but you could count it as they cost me half of whatever I sell them for. So, and I'm trying to sell basically each one for around a tenner. Again, I've been quite busy. I've only listed around 5 or 6 and I have managed to sell 4. I've sold one for 15, one for 25 and a couple for between £5 and £10. So I think overall I've made about £50 on 4 sales so far. So that's £25 for me and £25 for my friend. So I'm pretty happy. And obviously there's hundreds more down there. I'm estimating that there's probably around £400 here in total, with some selling for higher, some selling for cheaper. So that would be like £200 each for me and my friend. Pretty good, right? I will say they're not all James Bond in here as well. There's also like this. I think this is Star Wars. This is the classic James Bond one. Another one. There's literally loads. There's a Star Wars land speeder somewhere in there as well, but I just can't even find it. So there's a few different ones that I haven't even checked the price on. There could be some that are worth loads, but I'll keep you updated on those throughout the next couple of months. I'm sure you'll be seeing them crop up saying which ones I've sold for how much and if there's been any rare ones. For now, 4 sold, £50. Okay, let's get into shoes. I'm going to just quickly fire through all the shoes that I have sold since I last saw you guys. If you don't know what I do, basically snipe shoes on Vinted, put the newly listed £15, find ones people just want to get rid of and want money quickly, take them, clean them up, put them on eBay for more money, and then take the profit. Quite simple really, anybody can do it. If I can do it, you guys can probably do it. Okay, let's do quick fire from what I've sold. So first up with these Vans, I paid £4 for these at a boot sale. They're pretty much brand new. Sold them for 21. These shoes you saw in a boot sale video a few weeks ago. I think I paid £3 for these at the boot sale. Sold them for 25. Got some nice little New Balance shoes here. New Balance 237. Paid £12 for these. Sold them for 35. These are from Vinted. These New Balance shoes as well. New Balance sell so good. These are actually a birthday present. The shoes didn't fit me, so I sold them brand new, £55. Didn't cost me anything. All profit there. Some Nike running shoes. I did say before, running shoes I'm just going to stay far away from, I think, unless they're New Balance, because they just don't seem to bring in the money. I guess because they're kind of cheap. I don't know. For whatever reason, they just don't sell for a massive amount. So unless I can get them cheap, probably not going to be picking them up. But these sold for 17. They've been on there for quite a while, so I just took a low offer. But I did only pay £8, so tenner, I guess. Next up are these Converse thick like platform shoes. People love the chunky sole shoes. So if you see any of those, they will always sell. Sold these for 30. Paid £9 for them. These Vans shoes here as well. People love the gum soles. If you get this color sort of sole, they will probably also always sell very quickly. Sold these for 25. Paid £12 for these. So just over £10 profit. These Adidas Gazelles, they were pretty much brand new. Like there were nothing wrong with them. So I listed them as pretty much brand new. They sold for 40 and I think I paid about 15 for, so that's the sort of big profit that I'm looking for. There's obviously a lot smaller sales here, but when you get the big ones like that where you make around £30, it's great. And then just finally, I took a lowball offer on this again because these Nike shoes have been hanging around for a long time. Sold these for £23, but I did only pay £8, so around £15 profit or so again. And that's it for the shoe sales for now. They really have been slowing down a little bit. I need to get back on listing and hopefully some more sell. I do have a fair few on there now, which I will go through and show you. First up are more of these lovely fluffy Converse shoes. Now I have another pair of these on eBay. Currently haven't sold, but I'm selling them for around 40, the same as this pair. I'm just waiting for the season to slightly change. It's getting a bit colder now, it's getting a bit rainier. People will soon want these warm fuzzy shoes and they will sell very quickly. I've only just listed these, but the other pair that I have on have around 5 watches, so I'm sure they're going to sell pretty soon. So I paid just £10 for these and they are literally brand new. The only problem is they are a size 8 and obviously women have smaller feet, so they might be a bit less popular, but I'm sure there is someone out here that will take these. Next up are some more Converse. Now these are pretty crazy. They're literally like a weird like neon pinky orange color. I really struggle to describe what it is because it looks very different on camera. I've got these on eBay for 40. They're pretty much brand new. Soles are in great condition. Printing is still in there. And I paid just £12 for these. If these sell, that will be around £30 profit. I'm sure they will sell for that much. They're in great condition. Sticking with the Converse for now, I also got some yellow Converse. They're a little bit dirty, need to be cleaned up still. Some red Converse and some pink Converse. Now I haven't actually listed these yet, but I just thought it was worth mentioning because basically one seller had quite a few of these, and on Vinted you can do a bundle where you save on the postage. So I think she had these up for about £5 each, and usually postage would add around £2 for each sale. But obviously I got these as a bundle, so it only cost me £2 for postage on all of these. So it basically works out at almost £5.50 for each pair. And I'm sure once these are cleaned up, they will sell for 20 new. Converse like this don't have the highest resale rate for high prices because they're pretty basic. You can buy these for quite cheap anyway, brand new. So £20 I think is realistic for these, but £5 each into £20 is not bad for these. Last up for the Converse, and then I'm going to move on, are these Converse white leather with more fluffy insoles. Again, these are basically brand new. They've got all of the print in there. The soles are like intact. I have these on here again for around 40. Converse like this seem to sell for about 40. They've got 16 watches, so I'm sure they will sell very soon. And I paid just £10 for these again on Vinted. Great snipe. Okay, moving on from Converse because that was a lot of Converse. I have these New Balance shoes. Now these are a little bit creased here on this bit, I'm sure you can see, but soles are good. In there is good. These are New Balance 327s and these sell great. They sell a little bit better if you can get the gum sole on them, but this will still sell. I've got these listed for around 40 again. and I paid just £7 for these, so great buy. Next I have these Adidas All-Stars. All-Stars I've managed to sell for around £50, so these were great. They are basically brand new once again. There's nothing wrong with the soles. They're in great condition. These are actually Girls Are Awesome brand. It says it there on the side, might be out of focus. There's maybe a little bit of damage to the side of the shoe here, but again, these will sell for around 45. And finally, I'm just going to mention one last one that you might have seen in last week's video, is these vegan Adidas shoes. So I paid just £10 for these, pretty much brand new once again, and I think they will sell for a little bit extra just because they are that vegan leather. I did have these originally listed for around 70, which I think is a little bit too high, so I've since lowered them down to around 60, but £10 into £50 that these will sell eventually. I don't think they've got the biggest amount of interest, so I may end up lowering it to around 50 again, but still, that's a lot of money. Okay guys, so that is it. We'll be back next week with some cool boot sale buys, hopefully, and a lot more sales because people will have had payday. So if you want to follow this journey, and eventually I will have a holiday vlog for you guys where I've made enough money with all these sales and I will be vlogging the whole holiday. For now, this is just my journey to there. So I'm actually up to around £700 now within the last few weeks after all these sales, which is great. We're well on that way to that holiday. So make sure to subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1,000 by the end of December, and as you probably saw, I will be giving away one of these random mystery snipes that I get off Vinted to you guys. I'll package it up just like how I do on eBay and post it off to you guys for nothing. So thanks for watching and subscribe, and I will see you guys next week.